What's up, everybody? It's MakinNoizeTv. It's your boy Churchezie, and I got an extra special guest in the building today. Actually, we are in her building today. The soul food guru, Miss Shon Poole of Annie B's Kitchen. Is Annie B's Kitchen, right?
Annie B's Kitchen.
Huh?
Annie B's Kitchen.
It's not Annie B's Soul Food Kitchen. It's just Annie B's Kitchen.
Annie B's Kitchen.
Okay. Well, how are you doing? She nervous. She real nervous. Bear with her. Bear with her.
Extremely.
Who is Shon Poole?
I'm a regular person.
Huh?
A regular person.
You're a regular person.
I'm a regular person.
Is there anything extra special, extraordinary about Shon Poole?
No.
Where Shon Poole come from? Where were you from?
941.
941. You from all around the 941? You just from
Pretty
Palmetto,
much.
Braden, Sarasota, Venice, Northport, everywhere?
Northport and Charlotte, but yes.
Northport and Charlotte, yeah. Okay. Miss Annie, no. Who is Annie B? See, I'm about to call her Annie B and her name ain't Annie B. So.
Annie B is my grandmother.
Annie B is your grandma. Now, Miss Annie B taught you how to cook?
No.
Who taught you?
Life taught me how to cook.
Life taught you how to cook?
Life.
What about life?
I had 3 kids. Well, 2. And when my grandmother passed away, I did not cook because I always ate at her house. And my kids were used to eating home-cooked meals every night and every morning for breakfast. And when my grandma passed away, my kids was not with McDonald's.
So you was kind of forced into it.
Not really, yeah.
Because they weren't going to eat no McDonald's or no Burger King or
But I
Taco
wouldn't
Bell.
consider it forced.
Ooh.
It's,
kind of coaxed into it.
no, I just feel like if you have kids, it's a responsibility. So with other things, that was my responsibility. Just I had somebody that took that responsibility for me until she passed away.
Okay. What things did you learn since you yourself taught and life taught you? Is there anything that you learned from your grandma when you were around in the kitchen when she was cooking?
Every day. That's why my restaurant is called Annie B's Kitchen.
Oh, okay. So she in the kitchen with you and you was in the kitchen with her.
Right. But she never was like, you put this here to do this, you do that. I just kind of watched her. My grandma just, like I cook, my grandma never cooked with measurements or nothing like that. Everything is from like tasting and watching and looking and doing. And everything she cooked always tastes the same, no matter what she cooked. What
was your motivation to start your own business, open a restaurant?
Never, ever thought that I would open a restaurant. Ever.
Never ever thought that you would open a restaurant?
No.
Why not?
Because I've been in the dental field for 13 years. So I thought that's what I would be doing for the rest of my life. I actually wanted to open a dental emergency clinic. And when I tried, I kept trying and the doors kept closing on me. Started selling dinners to take my kids to Disney World. And it took off.
So that one day you woke up and said, hey, I need some extra money to take my kids to Disney World, so I'm going to just start selling plates.
No. I said I didn't want to spend my whole check taking them to Disney World and then come back and then I have bills to pay. So I always cook and post food on Facebook and people be like, they want a plate, they want this. So I was just like, I can make money off of that. So I said, I'm going to sell dinners for a few weeks, make enough money to take the kids to Disney World. And that's what I was going to do.
When you first started selling food, what was the first thing that you cooked for somebody? Well, the cook sell.
The menu?
Yeah.
The same menu I have now for Sundays. Oxtails, turkey wings, chitlins, and some other pork chop.
Do you eat everything on your menu?
Everything.
You eat oxtails?
Everything.
Chitlins?
Everything.
Now I heard that when you were selling food from your house, that it doesn't taste the same as when you selling it out of your restaurant.
You heard.
Yeah, somebody told me that, man, and they said, "Oh, Shon food tastes a lot better when she was cooking at her house." I know she was cooking it. Now, people not in the back in the kitchen with you, and it's not your house.
Right.
So, are you the only one cooking, or somebody else helping you cook? How do you feel all of these orders that you get every day?
Well, let's go back.
All right, where we going?
You asked me why I named it what I named it. Annie B's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother's kitchen, nobody went in her kitchen but her. My grandma would cook for me. I have younger cousins and my brother and my 2 kids. Every day. Breakfast. I don't care what it was, you're going to have grits. Dinner, I don't care what it is, you're going to have rice. Nobody was in her kitchen. I'm talking about from cooking to cleaning. I would offer, Grandma, let me clean up. No, I got it. So when I opened Annie B's Kitchen, it was the same mindset. Everything you get now has rice. Everything in my kitchen, I do myself. Everything. The only thing I don't do is clean because that's too much to take on as a person in a restaurant.
So you back there cooking everything
Everything.
by yourself. All the sides, all the meats.
Everything. The people, when I actually decided to open, there's one lady that's here with me that I told her that we would do it, me and her, because she was going to do all the other stuff. I would do the cooking. She can't cook at all. She does not cook. So
she can't cook or she don't cook?
Both. She told me that before I opened. I'll come help you, but I cannot cook. Then I hired my cousin, which she cooks, but she don't cook like me. So the people that are here know I can't even, like, if I leave, I have to have everything cooked before I leave.
What you mean she don't cook like you? That's a little arrogance coming out of you. She don't cook like me.
No. Cook like me meaning if somebody walked through the door, on Tuesdays I have liver and onions, just for example. I might have somebody come in on Thursday and be like, I miss liver. And I'd be like, hold up, I'll make that for you. She don't cook like me, meaning she not finna have that out with him in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So she just ain't. So wait a minute. You said if it's Tuesday and that's liver and onions day, but if they come in on Thursday and they want,
if that's what you want, and I got it back there, you're not leaving without it.
Customer satisfaction right there.
I'm a hustler.
You a hustler? Okay. When you started, what was the hardest thing about opening up a restaurant? Everything. You gotta pick something, man. You can't just say everything.
I'm being honest. Well, I'm gonna go. No, like, people think like getting a license and stuff is the hardest. That was easy stuff.
With a business license?
Yeah, that stuff was easy. Like getting it to say you had it, that was the easy. Understanding how it works and understanding, like, just like getting a feel of, like you keep saying, like how you do all that stuff, like getting that game plan. That was the hardest thing. But once I got that, it's cake.
Run me through a typical day of you getting ready for your customers, getting ready to work. How you start off your day?
My days don't start when the day starts. My day actually starts the night before. So
okay.
I prep everything the night before, depending on what it is. Like right now, tomorrow's Thursday, so it's stew beef. So I started cooking that last night when I closed. So that'll be cooking all night until Thursday morning. Then when I come in, I'll finish up the gravy for it, and then I'll start the sides for Thursday. But the meats and stuff, I usually cook those overnight.
Okay. So y'all stuff is prepared in advance for your enjoyment. You like that, didn't you? Yeah. So, Ms. Shon, there are probably a lot of men that come through your restaurant and you know they probably trying to talk to you. Maybe they don't even know if you are single, if you're married, if you got a boyfriend. None of that. So I'm gonna ask a question for all the men out there, the ones who want to know: are you single? Do you have a boyfriend? Are you married? What's going on with you?
This is a real question.
Yes, it's a real question. Yes, a real question.
Well, I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm not single. And I'm not taken. I am building an empire. Check.
That ain't no answer to my question.
That's my answer.
Are you single?
I'm not single.
You're not single. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
So with those two questions right there, you're not single, but you don't have a boyfriend. What does that mean?
I'm building an empire.
You're building an empire with who?
It takes a lot of work.
Oh, okay.
It takes a lot of work.
So when if a man is trying to talk to you and they're trying to catch your interest, what should they do and should not do? What are you interested in? What catches your eye?
I didn't know this was about it. I don't know.
It's Making Noise TV.
I don't know.
All kind of questions.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself.
That's it? What do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah.
Genuine.
Genuine people. How can you tell if a person is genuine right off the bat?
I can't.
So
that's the thing, though.
Okay, so
but that's the thing. If you're not genuine and you keep coming around a person with common sense could see that something is not right. You might get over on me the first and the second time, but how you gonna keep up something that you're not? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
So it's not a physical attraction. The first thing that attracts you to somebody is.
I won't say that.
Huh?
I won't say it's not that.
Well, what is it?
But what?
What's the first thing that attracts you to somebody? It's physical.
You think?
It's always physical.
You think?
It's always physical.
Not always.
At least at the beginning.
Because you can meet a person that's just like not physically attractive, but their conversation or just their personality draws you in. I don't have requirements in any by what you look like. I might meet you and you just cool. Your conversation, the way you handle yourself, that's what would draw me in first.
As a black businesswoman, how do you feel? How important is it for black people to patronize black-owned businesses? Do you give on the important scale from 1 to 5? 5 being the most important.
Of course, 5.
5.
Not because it's me.
Why?
5 just because your community. You know how many people have come in the door and was like, we've been looking for a soul food restaurant. We want the soul food restaurant. And every time that they say that, I always say, there are other soul food restaurants. I name D&D's, I name R.L. Tucker's, and they say that they never heard of them. Mm. And I tell them exactly where these places are, because it has nothing to do with what comes through my door as far as what money I make. I'm going to make that money regardless, because what's for me is for me. But our community, we'll never own nothing because we don't support each other. We could take over Palmetto. We're the majority.
What you think the problem is about supporting each other?
We don't.
I'm why not?
Afraid.
Afraid of?
You gonna have more than me. You're gonna be inferior to me.
So you actually send people to these other restaurants?
I tell them where they are.
Mm-hmm.
When they say there's not one here, I have to go all the way to St. Pete. And I say, I don't know how long, but I know at least a year before me, R.L. Tucker was there. I know that. I know D&D's had to be open. It's 2016. I remember going there in like 2001, 2002. So you're talking about like 14 years, if at the minimum, because I'm pretty sure they were there way before I found it. So, but you have people that walk in the door that they don't even, they feel like they have to go to Tampa and St. Pete to get soul food. That's not right. When you got people right here, that's not gonna take nothing out of my pocket.
Now, do you think the awareness not being there, as far as people knowing that there are soul food restaurants here, do you think that's a part of that restaurant's marketing or their promotion and the things that they do?
Well, of course.
Is it the wrong thing? They doing the wrong thing? Or?
I wouldn't say. I mean, I think that there's a genre. I think that social media is a genre. I think that you have to be of that age group to know how to use that as a driving force for your business. I don't really know everybody that's there, but I know that they're my mom's age. Social media is something more of my age. I've never paid for any advertisement. Never. Only thing I've ever used was social media. So I've used that to bring people in my door. So if I can bring people in my door because of that, and they say what they say, and I can introduce them to other things because I know that people of my skin color have other businesses, I'm going to do that.
That's what's up. You'll help before you hurt.
If I eat, we all eat.
Black power. Now, your location, you're in a prime location. You're in a great location. How do you think your location, you know when they say you open up a business, location is everything. Do you think your location is another one of the big factors in why Annie B's is so popular?
Killing it because of where I'm at. T Green, Tony, like, I have so many people come through my door and be like, oh, I was at the shop and T Green told me I need to come over here and eat. Like, I have so many people come through my door because of what they hear from over there. Not alone from the people that knew that I was cooking before I got into a roof. I call it a roof because now I'm like in a place. But yeah, I know that's what it is.
The hardest thing about running a restaurant is
the business.
The business part of it?
The business.
What's the most important thing that you think that you've learned since you opened up a business?
I won't say what I've learned because I've already, like I said, I've already been in business. The most important thing I value is to be a good business person. I always want to be like, integrity is big to me. So I don't ever want to be like shysty or, you know, I just want to be a good business person. Whether I go home with 20 cents, that's what's important to me.
Yo, my name is Mike Jones. If you ain't rocking with Annie B's Soul Food, you ain't rocking with nothing.